I think good training. We're doing well. We're doing today. I think everyone feel great. Good vibes. Everyone is happy to try to come tomorrow and show all the quality we have. And everyone know we're playing home and we're doing well in home the couple game. And this is what we need to continue to do tomorrow.
They feel good. I feel good. They're the ones that have got to get the job done. I think to their point, we've progressed nicely in the last couple of days. From what I can see, the guys have recovered well. They're ready mentally and physically for what will be an exciting and very illustrious occasion, I would say.
Let's go to the third row right there.
Yeah, Ben Wright with MLSsoccer.com. Hani, I think it was after the Minnesota game, just kind of looking forward to the semifinal. You said if you're in a semifinal and you're not thinking about silverware, you're doing something wrong. So I guess for you and Anibal, just thinking about the potential of lifting the first trophy in club history, what does that mean to you guys and how are you feeling about that?
Yeah, I think to lift the trophy, it's always something special. And, you train your whole career, or you train since you're like a 3 or 4 year old kid, like the real thing you want to achieve is to win something, right? And it's a new tournament. It was very good to us. We had a lot of exciting and good games here at Geodis Park. And in the end, we want to win it tomorrow. It's in front of our own fans. For the club, it would be a huge success, for all of us. So we are very excited.
Yes, I think we are here to try to win trophy with that club. I think for us is the more important game we have in the 4 year in the history in that club, and everybody know. It's big game tomorrow for us, and like what Hani say, you always train to try to win something in your career, and we have that moment now, a special moment for us tomorrow, and we try to put everything we have in the game and in the body, and to try to win that game.
Michele.
Thank you. Hi, coach. This is for you. Michele Giannone from Univision Iturian. Like with Monterrey before the game, it was all Monterrey. For this game, it's all Messi. You guys feel disrespected? Thank you.
I think disrespected maybe is a little bit too strong. I think we all understand the excitement and the energy wrapped around Miami and Lionel Messi, one of the greatest players, if not the greatest player of all time. So I don't think disrespected is the way to put it, but I think we all understand that the way people offer their opinions is that Miami are the favourites. Lionel Messi and Busquets and Alba, are going to be too much for us to deal with. And it sounds like in a lot of people's minds it's a foregone conclusion, and we're certainly there in the race tomorrow to try and prove people wrong. I think that's the easiest way of putting it. These guys sitting alongside me and the group have on many occasions been in a very similar position. You've just mentioned the Monterrey game. I'm sure if I could read the Mexican media, they'd have been saying the same about the Club America game. So it's really no different in our minds and how we've prepared to any of those games. We're at home. We're in good form. The players are confident. They're in a great place. And that's always a good position to be going into a final.
Next question in the room, please. Let's go right here to the gentleman in the middle.
Yes, Ramon Cisneros from La Campana, the Spanish newspaper in Nashville. How do you prepare for a game like this? I know that you do all your training, your regular training, but do you do any kind of analysis of the team that you are going to be playing against?
Yeah, we'll look at every team that we play at and do our very utmost to try and pick out trends in their group, weaknesses that we can exploit, opportunities to take advantage of. I can honestly say, with the footage that I'd looked at of Miami, it was very difficult to try and, you know, create what might be a template for the group to work from. But I think that is in keeping with the quality of the players that they have, especially the 3 new signings. They're world-class players, and they're difficult to work out and actually pinpoint they're going to do this and exactly that. That's not what world-class players do. That's why they are world-class. But I think if you look at the way we've performed and the way that the guys have really gone about their business and stuck to the plan, if you like, of the games that we've played, certainly recently, if we're looking at the Leagues Cup, I don't see any reason why you're not going to see a group on the field tomorrow that are very comfortable in their own skin. We will have a very good idea, and I'm sure opportunities to turn the game our way. And like most important games, you're going to find that the team that take advantage of those opportunities, and we've seen Miami do it in the last 6 games, they've taken advantage of that. Our task tomorrow is to put ourselves in a position that ask Miami some questions that they've not been asked before.
Let's go, John.
Hi, Gary. The atmosphere and mood tomorrow. Obviously, the fans don't play, but there's a lot of people who are, you know, we've seen in Philadelphia and in Frisco, have wanted to see Lionel Messi. The vibe has changed a little bit. You have great supporters here, but what are you hoping for tomorrow from the atmosphere and the mood of the occasion, and what are you expecting if it's any different?
I mean, I would hope that we're going to have the same sort of energy that we've seen on so many occasions here. And you know, these guys will be able to give you a much better idea of the feelings on the field. But you know, certainly being part of that group pitch side, I do think that when you've got a very good fan base, it not only inspires the players, but it picks them up when you're down. It drives players on. It gives you that added percentage or two that in the end, you know, might well be the difference. Will there be a change of clientele because of the way that the ticket pricing has gone, the excitement around Lionel Messi, and maybe some more Miami supporters come out of the woodwork? Who knows? But I still think that we'll have a very, very good support here tomorrow, and that will certainly be a big piece of the puzzle for us.
All right, let's go to Paul in the back.
I think any of you guys can answer this question, but you know, talking to some of the coaches who have and players who have come up against Miami so far, there's been some question of, do we pay too much respect and give too much space for them to do some of their work? And obviously there's been the flip side of that, where, you know, maybe you try to assert yourself on Messi too much, and he got a little bit almost played angry against Orlando, you could say. Wonder how you try to balance that of not trying to give too much respect to Messi, but trying to kind of find the way to play within yourself and be able to neutralize him to the best that you can.
I'm happy. You want me to? Okay, thanks. You've got to go ahead. I did listen. It doesn't surprise me. He's an individual that would seem to have that aura. I've not met the guy, so it's difficult to obviously speak from a personal position. But very, very good players have an aura. These two have an aura because they're confident about their own ability and what they're capable of. There certainly have been some moments in the game that I've watched against some teams that we've run into and understand, you know, quite in depthly in the way that they play, what they're about, their personalities. And there seems to have been, you know, maybe a little bit of a standoff and like you say, be in awe of certainly Lionel Messi and what he's capable of. I also think at the moment, there's a bit of a protective shield around him as well. And I understand that too. You know, the position that the league's in, you know, the investment that's been made in one individual. I get that to a point. But I think, you know, in the modern game anyway, you don't see the sort of physical contact that you might have seen even 10 years ago. Players are very, very well protected now. And I hope tomorrow when we go out there in that competitive arena, the referee just, you know, officiates the game as he normally would. Because it's one thing saying that an individual is enormously capable and creative and can change games. But it's another thing saying, okay, this guy can actually be the difference in where this cup's going to go. And guess what? You're actually not allowed anywhere near him. You know, that will be very, very tough. But no two ways about it. You know, the guys sitting here and the team are going to have a new challenge in front of them. All I can say is that knowing the players in the locker room and understanding the environment where we've come from, some of the difficulties that we've had to endure as well as a new organisation, I don't see any way, shape or form that the game isn't played how we would like it to be played. And if, unfortunately, we're not good enough, that's something completely different.
Let's go to the gentleman in the back. There we go.
This is for Annabelle and Honey. You both have been in pretty high intensity matches. You've both been in cup finals and stuff like that. For the players in your squad who haven't been through that, what is the message? What are you trying? How do you explain this occasion to them, and maybe a way where they can play the game rather than the occasion?
Yes, I think everything is about confidence and try to give the confidence, try to believe, you know, in all the work we do in the past couple games, because I think we don't need to change too much, you know, in the way why we play, in the way why we win the game, and also the effort all the player put during the field in that League Cup special is incredible. And I think we don't need to change too much, because if we start to thinking too much about individual players like Messi, Busquets, or Jordi Alba, or all the players they have, and I think we can take in trouble, you know, because it's difficult to change in one game so fast. This is why I think if we stay in the same level we have play all that game, for sure we take something for that game.
Yeah, I think we have to trust in our abilities, and yeah, the most important thing is that we you know, win this game, and that we are fighting, and that we are not like just be shy, or you know, that we have regrets when we're stepping off the field. That's the most important thing in these kind of games. We all know that these are important, but the biggest mistake we can make that we have some regrets after the game. You know, we have to put everything in, and that's what we all wanted. We wanted to lift the trophy, and to win a trophy is never easy. Then you play against maybe the best player of all time. It would be not easy, but you know, you have to overcome that to win a trophy. It's a good challenge for us, and if we win, we will be very proud of it.
We have one last question in the room, Katie, right there. And then we'll go to a couple questions on Zoom. Go ahead, Katie.
For the guys, you've welcomed in your new teammate and Sam, and quite an impact he's had. If you guys could both speak about just what kind of impact Sam's had on the field for the games, and what type of teammate he's like, and I guess how he complements the both of you, and what you guys are able to do.
Yeah, he's a very nice guy, first of all, off the field. On the field, obviously, he just played, I think, 3 games and had 3 goals, so a huge impact. For his size, he's very agile, and he's pretty good on the ball. A big target player, box player. So we're happy to have him in our team. We will help him as much as we can, that he keeps scoring goals. We need them tomorrow. So hopefully he will score 1 or 2 goals.
Yes, he have a huge impact in this team. In the first 3 games he played, he's a great person, great human, like everyone in this locker room. I think we have one of the best locker room in the league for sure. And I think this is the quality for us. Try to be together always. And but like Hani said, maybe can score tomorrow, maybe 2 or 3 goals. For us, it's really good. And enjoy, you know. This is like Sam is like great person. It's the first one.
All right, let's go to Zoom. We're going to go to Claudio Villalobos, please.
Thank you, Gary. It's been 13 years since you won that trophy with Colorado, and and you became the first coach to win a trophy for them. Tomorrow, with a different team, you could repeat that story, winning the first trophy with Nashville. I mean, those 13 years only tell how difficult it is to win, for sure, no matter how you try it. Now, can you tell, and this might not be fair, can you tell what the difference would be between winning an MLS title in a tournament like this? And for Aníbal Godoy, in Spanish, Aníbal, un año de dos finales con la selección de Panamá en la Copa de Oro, mañana con Nashville Soccer Club en el Leagues Cup. ¿Qué puedes decirnos de este año tuyo y de la forma en que estás jugando, no solo en la Copa de Oro, sino ahora? Thank you, guys.
Look, it was, I mean, my memory fades, of course, it was that long ago, but it was a wonderful occasion, and 2010 winning the MLS Cup in an organization that was unfancied was a terrific achievement. The 13 years that have gone by, for most of that, nobody wanted to employ me, so that was pretty difficult to win anything. But we get to this point and the opportunity, I think more importantly, to build a group as we have done here with the team and the organization and the club in general has got, some very similar feels to it as that Colorado team had. There's a real togetherness. Annabelle's already mentioned, the spirit and the appreciation for each other. And I think you see that when the guys are out on the field, and those intangibles, when the going gets tough, can definitely be the difference in winning something and not. But the simple fact is, whilst I might joke about, not maybe having the opportunities that I would have liked to have gone on and been in finals or competed at this level, the simple fact is cup finals don't come around that often. If you look across the league in general, you find that there might be teams that have a real, great 3-4 years and it falls off and falls away again. The budgeting system and the salary cap is not difficult. It's not easy, to deal with, to keep teams together. So therefore, I think we have to generally look at the fact that we've done a very, very good job here in a short space of time to put ourselves in a wonderful position where, to your point, Claudio, we get the chance to lift the first bit of hardware for the club. And I know I'm speaking from a purely coaching standpoint, but I know these guys and all of the players would want nothing more, of course, at this point than to be able to walk around that field at the end of the game on Saturday and you know, not only thank the fans for what they've offered and the way that they've supported the group, but actually to have some tangible silverware to go with all of their efforts and quality football.
¿Español?
Sí, por favor.
Sí, sí. Hola Claudio. Sí, creo que ha sido un verano muy movido para mí en lo personal, como lo dice, creo que Copa Oro, Nation League, ahora aquí está League Cup, como lo mencioné en un rato, creo que ha sido muy movido, pero interesante y bueno para mí, no perder esa forma y poder estar disputando una final más en prácticamente 2 meses, creo que una bendición y ojalá Dios quiera me dé la dicha esta vez de poder ganar el título. No lo pude conseguir con Panamá, pero bueno, así es el fútbol y estoy aquí. Ojalá mañana podamos levantar ese título aquí en casa.
Bueno, vamos a la última pregunta. Let's go to the last question. We're going to go to Zoom to Manuel Medina from TJ Sports.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Soy Manuel Medina de TJ Sports. Aníbal, pues la pregunta para ti es que nos platiques un poquito cómo se sintió haber eliminado a 2 equipos grandes como América y Rayados para catapultarlos a esta gran final, porque prácticamente eliminaron las esperanzas de toda una liga y todo un país. Y obviamente también si me puedes regalar una opinión en español sobre lo que es enfrentarse a Lionel Messi, el Inter Miami, que es Busquets, Jordi Alba, etcétera, en esta gran final. Muchas gracias.
Sí, hola, ¿cómo está? Un placer. Bueno, creo que lo que hicimos nosotros aquí dentro de este estadio contra América y Monterrey, creo que ha sido importante. Eliminamos, creo que a los favoritos de este torneo, más allá de todos los partidos como con Cincinnati en la ronda de grupos, creo que eliminamos a los 2 favoritos y eso tiene un plus grande para nosotros. Una motivación extra y como lo dije, creo que nosotros en casa somos importantes, hacemos valer la localía y ojalá mañana no sea la excepción. Y bueno, lo de enfrentar a Messi, creo que qué jugador no quisiera estar en esta posición. Somos privilegiados, pero sí, con mucho respeto hasta un punto, porque al final del día fútbol es fútbol y cuando ya entramos a la cancha ya suceden otras situaciones y yo tengo que defender mi camiseta, tengo que defender a Nashville y pase lo que pase dentro de la cancha, ya son situaciones